Further to my last clip, which started explaining the difference in the brain and the danger in autistic seeking neurotypical therapies or neurotypically led therapies. The second part of that is to understand the practices that should be used. The stuff that I promote in the places that I work with and the people that I support is based on what is called the AAA framework. AAA framework stands for autonomy, acceptance, and authenticity. And a really huge part of being autistic or learning you're autistic as an adult is unmasking and actually working out who your authentic self is. Stopping from bouncing when you're in a meeting, because it's rude and people won't like it. Blurting out those things, shutting your mouth, that's masking because you want to blurt everything out. ADHD is once we get an idea in our head, it must come out of our mouth or it burns a hole in our brain. So unmasking is letting yourself be your true authentic self. And that's not offensive or rude when you're with your neurokin. So when I'm with other ADHDers, we're always cutting each other off and talking over each other. And none of us find it rude or offensive because we know what our brains are like. We're excitable. It's enthusiastic. It's full of energy. It's fantastic. When there's issues though, the way for us to manage it, and this goes for all of us, is to get a script. So what's a script to understand what just happened? Like, let's say you just got attacked or assaulted. Someone broke up with you. It was an awful situation, whatever it was that happened to you. You need to first get some scripts in your head as to why that happened, what it was that, it happened for these reasons. It's not my fault. In future, I'm going to avoid it ever happening because I'm not going to go into these areas, or I'm not going to talk to these people, or I'm going to do X, Y, Z, or whatever it may be. And then accept that we can't control it anymore, and that thinking about it further only will make it worse and intensify the trauma. Sorry, that's dogs in the background. Then we need to box it up. Now, we put it in a box where it's going to sit in our brain. It doesn't go anywhere. It stays there. We can't close the door of that box till we've got a new hyperfocus. The autistic brain cannot have nothing to regulate it. We must have something to focus on. Our brain is monotropic. We need a polarized thought about something. So if you want to close one door, you have to open another one first. So then I go, right, I've had this thing, I'm going to need a new hyperfocus, right? I'm going to buy a Cricut machine and start making t-shirts with designs on them, or I'm going to start a new Facebook group or a blog. And there's my new hyperfocus. And as I go into that, I can close this door. I can't close that door until I start my new hyperfocus, because we need a door open. The danger in the autistic brain is having multiple doors open at the same time. We have monotropic brains, so we need to really focus on things. It's really important for us. So the way we can get in that flow state, in that state where we're at our most regulated, is being able to hyperfocus on something really well.